Hello everyone, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. So, I believe we're ready to end Act 2. Well, sort of. Anyway, let's go back down to this thing and go talk with our god again about, you know, us being source and viewers and all that. Hi.
What? You have a duty. Gather more source and complete the ritual.
Well, I did that, I think. Alright, I have to combine with the ritual bowl. But first I need to, where is it? Where's the thing? Ow. Combine that with... No. Combined with that. That. Go into a hallucinogenic smoke cloud.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Lovely. Oh no, there's a void of our physical immunity. Well, if he's immune to physical.
Worms take you.
Then an elemental one.
Prepare yourself.
Ow, my magics. Ow. Freaking suffocating.
Red Prince, you've come not a moment too soon. It's here. Even here.
Oh no, when the void as well goes down, we're ready to head to the well ascension.
We must hurry now. We must race toward the well with all the determination of the eagle diving for its prey. Your prey lies on a far-off shore, at the heart of the Nameless Isle. It is a place no one can reach, unless their soul becomes their compass.
You say that, but there's gonna be a lot of people there, so...
She places a hand over your heart, and you suddenly feel it, an unmistakable pull in a new and distant direction.
We'll find a way to work together.
You must. The battle for divinity is about to begin in earnest. The other gods and their chosen will try to outflank us, just like we must outflank
Trying to turn
them.
everyone against each other.
But I will be with you. I will guide you, stand by you. I will watch as you drink from the wellspring, and as its source surges into you.
The void will be overcome, and you will be the god of gods. The end is nigh. Don't fail us now.
I'll think about it.
You jolt back to the world, stumbling forward. Dark smoke surrounds you, hanging in the air like black fog. This feels wrong. The Meister's cry cuts through the haze. You look up just in time to see what steps out of the shadow.
Oh no, void woke ahead. Well, that's a sad. Boosh. Well,
Your god told you there can be only one. She said you'll eventually need to turn on each other.
Got a fool to say. Then I feel petty words get last turned to treason.
This is how they work. Divide us, then conquer us one by one. I won't
See?
have it.
Peace
Family's
is all
family.
for it.
This problem tore the Seven apart, but perhaps it can bring us together. I say, all for one, and one for, at most, 3 others.
Nice musketeer reference.
A good wolf doesn't take out the competition until there's no other option. Let's hunt together. For now.
For now, you say. That's a bit sus, though.
A girl's best friend is her needle. But I'll stick by you as long as you continue to uphold your particular brand of useful.
I mean, that's fair.
Like I'd ever listen to some spook at the peril of my friends. Not in this lifetime.
Also, how my source is gone. I need to go over here and slurp. Sadly, she's already down. What you got? Alright.
It seems to be the code to a safe. Better hang on to this.
Okay, fine, I'll hold on to it. I was like, didn't we already use this? The void flayers, eh? Put those crystals back there. Well, what if I need the ritual bow again?
Lucky find.
I don't think I will, but you never know. Might as well keep it with me. So now we need to go to the place. By the way, the monster's
The
dead.
monster's back! The monster's back!
No,
She
she's,
doesn't feel like playing, but
but no, she's dead. Anyway, we need to go to next area. Ready to leave for the Nameless Isle. Actually, we need to go speak to, well, we need to go talk to Tarquin first, but yeah. I think we're pretty much done here. Which means we could go anytime, so let's go back to the Lady's Entrance. Tarquin.
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you?
Here we go.
The object quivers as Tarquin nears it and hums a response. Connected as one, the past and present slain. Absolution and redemption await the one whose sins are many.
Oh, very good. Very, very, very good. This, my friend, is the key. Give me some time, and every deity in existence will tremble at the sight of you.
I mean...
He holds
sure.
out his hand, expectantly.
Yeah, sure.
Lovely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must work.
Well,
Tarquin
good luck
turns
with that.
away, but continues to mutter excitedly, almost religiously, about anathema.
Don't think there's anything else I really want. But, yeah, might as well.
A war owl swoops down from the sky and delivers a message for you.
War Owl?
Red Prince, I am the one who has been hunting you, but you cling to life all too tenaciously. We must speak of the reason for your expulsion from the ancient empire, and we must speak of the Red Princess. Find me on the Nameless Isle at the Temple of Zor Stissa. In the presence of the goddess, let war and shadow meet.
Everyone just knows about the Nameless Isle. Doesn't seem that very nameless now, does it? If everyone knows where it is. Just saying. Oh, hi, Emma.
Be on your way now, my dear. Perhaps we'll have matters to discuss again later.
Who has fire magic? air magic, water magic stuff. And stuff that I wish I could have, but I already modified my other stuff, so...
I haven't felt this free in a long time. Not since before I joined the Magisters.
And he just has potions. Eh, good for you. Sure, we can't just, you know... heal you up, your health's far from me a bit. Regenerating, eh? There we go. Okay. Gareth.
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
Gareth. And he has fighting stuff and earth stuff and all that Druidinate we sold. Because remember back in the day when we just used Druidinate to make a bunch of money?
Your Highness, good to see you again.
So how do you fetch my shit?
Of course. Told you I would, didn't I?
Doing
Up to
anything
you.
right now.
You know...
And we have 2 more people. Well, we have Jahan.
Good to see you again. Marvelous ship you have
So I
here.
make him outie, since you
Worthy
don't
of a
like
king.
demons.
She intrigues me greatly. I'd say it was brave of her to send Losa after a demon hunter, but bravery implies something to be feared. She's fearless. One eye is sun, one eye is moon. I wonder which half of her nature she yearns will prevail.
So, Quietbird's mission.
My mission has a name. Adramalik. He is the fiend that possesses your friend Losa, but worry not. We'll find him, and we'll undo him. To the city of Arx we must go.
Well,
Where
we'll
he
get there
disguised-
eventually. But first I have to have an island to
A
go
sudden
to.
shuffle behind you, and Losa's mouth is close to your ear.
Hey, Chief. I need to have a little chat with old Mouse about something. Mind if I butt in?
Yeah, sure, go right ahead.
There you are, Losa. I've been eager to hear a little update. Did you do as I instructed?
Yeah, about that.
I mean, that was a Jahan right there that could fill us in.
Oh, do tell. This sounds interesting.
That's one word for it, I guess. I met Jahan, and he tried the exorcism, but it didn't work. The demon's still knocking around in there, in here.
Well. Leave it to me, Losa. Mama Malady will think of something.
We already have an idea.
You will?
But we already have an idea. He's already had... Jahan's gonna go murder the demon, and hopefully that works.
Of course I will. Surely you know by now you're my favorite.
Well, I feel disappointed.
Really? I didn't think you liked anyone.
I didn't say I liked you. I said you're my favorite. The cherry pit at the top of the rubbish heap, if you will.
Great. 1 hour rubbish.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
It's the nicest thing I've ever said.
Anyway.
Aren't you supposed to be off learning how to become the divine and whatnot?
So much to see what died.
Her eyes flash with something. Anger, perhaps, or fear.
But... never mind. We'd better focus on the task at hand.
She looks straight ahead, ignoring you.
Well, I know all I need to know. Time to head to the nameless isle, I
aren't
think.
you industrious? It seems all the riffraff's back aboard as well.
Huzzah.
Ready to set sail when you are.
If you choose to leave. There, after this message, you will not be able to return. Are we ready? Well, let me verify the log. Close. We'll find him. Art. I don't know about that one. I had issues with that one. Art. That one I think I grabbed I think Nameless Isle, and then art. Art. But I'm not entirely sure he found anything else that would really help him. Alexander, wherever he is, I think isn't he supposed to, well, no, he disappeared. Art. Nameless Isle. Also the fact that she's, you know, also it's the Nameless Isle. Also the Nameless Isle. And Tarquin has his thing, so yeah. I guess we're good.
So, ready to set sail when you are?
Yes, I'm ready.
Holiness.
So let's us go.
Fantastic. Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwo can go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
Yep. I don't like the Nameless Isle. Why? Because, well, the first time I did this, like, I reached a point where Act 2 wasn't really that hard. Like, after you take out, you know, the trolls and the witch and other things, it became very manageable.
Here we are, the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Melody was unimaginative.
But then, it's just like they scaled everything up in this one. Like, you were getting to the point where you could deal with magic armor and physical armor. Then they just upped everyone's defenses to a point where it was like, oh god, it just became a bit of a slog. And that, and it's very puzzle based. But you could just basically brute force past not having to do pretty much any of the puzzles. You could just brute force it. Or find out information and just do it that way. It's like you could do all these puzzles, or just, meh, skip ahead. So I'm not sure which path I'll do.
Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power.
Yeah. What needs to be done?
I have no doubt about that, but do remember, you can do what's good for you, too. All things in balance, you know. You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all.
Anything I should expect?
Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken.
Exactly, everyone knows
by the
it
ships
now.
burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive.
So else
I'm
then?
hardly an expert on the matter, but I'm smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. Where there is an ocean of source, there is a well for drawing from it. To
Makes
rise
sense.
to divinity, you probably need to take a gulp. Though I'm sure it won't be that simple.
Well, if we're rising to the divinity, I'm pretty sure I need to take more than a gulp. Pretty sure I need to swim around and just start drinking it. And oh, that's so Laura.
Look at that island, Quercus. Covered in forest. A true forest. Can you smell it? Over the stink of the water. Millennia of mulch. Those woods are ancient. We're better to find a clue about the Great Acorn.
Yes, the
Some
Great
of those
Acorn.
trees could even date back to the first forest. The Knights of Dre will never find us here.
No, that's alright.
A perfect sanctuary to pause and complete our research.
I have my own business there too.
Yes, yes. I'm sure it's all very important and whatnot. Somewhere on this ancient isle, there must be a clue that will help us stop the Acorn. We must tread carefully. I'm sure such a wonderland will be dangerous, but at least it should be free from the Knights of Dre.
I'm just gonna lay down pet workers.
The cat leans into your palm, rubbing against you and almost unseating his small passenger.
Quirkers, please have some dignity. I swear civility is dead. Anyway, we have something for your new best friend.
The squirrel reaches out and hands you a piece of bark, covered in tiny, scratched handwriting.
Something I discovered in your lizard friend's basement. She won't miss it, but use it well.
By the way, you now know how to make 2 more books.
Our shield speaks. Ask away, shield.
I think we already asked about those. Oh, the Knights of Dre.
How to explain it, Quirkus? Do you think giants understand chivalric orders? Can they conceive of honor, of faith? Oh, Quirkus, I am not talking down to it. Quite literally the opposite, in fact. I just worry it won't treat a group of mystic squirrel knights forming a doomsday cult dedicated to ending the world with a giant acorn with the seriousness it deserves.
Well, I'm perfectly capable of understanding that.
Ah, truly? Why, our shield is full of surprises, Quirkus. The thing that you must understand about the Knights of Dre is that they are utter fanatics. Nothing matters to them but the return. Quirkus and I, we have come across this cult before. We have seen what they can do. I cannot let that happen to Rivellon, and I alone have the magical expertise to stop them. Not that it matters. No one else will even listen. For that, if nothing else, you have my thanks. Now, was there anything else?
No, not right now.
Indeed, Quirkus.
Gareth.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly chipper. More chipper than you've ever seen him, actually.
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian, I had you to put me on the right track.
Perhaps you're
not bad. Took some time to think. I had a good friendship with Jonathan, while it lasted. I'd rather celebrate that than mourn what can never be. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead, see if I can help locate the council and ease the way. I'll report to you on what I find.
You sure that's the best idea?
Nonsense. I just had to take time to renew my spirit. Lucian said, I will refresh the tired and satisfy the weary. Words as true today as when he said them.
Gareth offers his farewell and hums to himself. You recognize the tune, Blessed and Bold, a hymn praising Lucian.
Done.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling through the air. Naught but the demon I'm hunting.
Jahan takes you by the arm. His voice.
By the by, do please remember the warning I gave you in the woods.
Yeah, don't let Lotus hit.
Should
That could be
Losa
bad.
come close to divine ascension, you must act. You must.
Yeah. I like how he just has, you know, permanent peace of mind. We can't have a permanent peace of mind.
Fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore.
Of course they are.
I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. Once I have that, I'll be free of the Covenant.
Things you require 2 pieces and a tablet.
See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts needed for a Swornbreaker, please bring them to me. I'll make it worth your while.
I'm sure you
Also,
will.
You will likely encounter sworn followers of the God King on that island, I suspect. I would avoid combat if possible. Death can be less than final for them, if the God King wills it.
Yeah, I need that tablet back.
You want to craft a Swornbreaker? I hope you haven't fallen in with the wrong crowd, my dear. Here, take the tablet. Just remember that I covet the Swornbreaker as well. I trust you wouldn't deny a girl.
Unhindered.
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the island. After a long moment, she finally speaks.
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should seek him out. He's a foul creature, but not opposed to cutting a deal. Beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
I see.
Hello. This island is something else, huh? I'll bet I can find many interesting ingredients here.
Yeah, sure. Go find alien tormented soul.
Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away.
Yeah, he'll just go do that, you know. Oh yeah, the girl. Hi, girl. I was saying, my lord, how art thee the present day? Doing well. How about you? I'm joyous to hear thou art doing well. And I am doing most wondrous. Thank ye of thee for asking. Donate thy pack with thy trinkets for the poor? Oh. Well, you're not who I thought. What about the I can shiny up done doll equipment of yours? Isn't there any equipment that would you like me to work on? Oh, you can make my stuff better. You're not who I was thinking. I was thinking about the little girl with the, you know, with the demon in her. Tarquin!
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
You hear anything on that turn?
Try as he might, Tarquin cannot hide a small flash of surprise.
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The Aetiran is a children's fable, nothing more. Supposedly a wand with an infinite capacity for source? Pure nonsense, I assure you.
Yeah, but the Magers or have.
Really? Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else. Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily, the laws of the universe render such a thing impossible.
Yeah, but...
Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sounds of battle when the wind shifts correctly. And where there's battle, there's bound to be mercenaries. Gleku Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades will have them in their employ. Speak their words, and you might pass. Speak their words, and you might pass. Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time.
Oh,
For a short
he was
while,
a part of
one
the Black
such group
Ring.
was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the Deathfall cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him.
What do you know about the
It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all. On their knees, worshipping a new tyrant just to
What do you know
spite
about
7
this
old
God
ones. I got away. There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat, and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is.
I see.
They're all the same, you know. Tyrants. I'm afraid that my efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for...
The basket's not done yet. Alright, I'm gonna go down the ship. Oh man, Lopar? Oh, the mod menu things. Right. I forgot about you. Where is the little girl though? The demon. I don't know where the little girl is. Thought we sent her to the ship. Alright, the Fletcher. We have a Fletcher now, don't we?
Corbin, the Fletcher you rescued from Roost Anon at the Culwood Mills, sparks to life at the sight of you and breaks into a great grin.
Oh yeah? Oh, I mean, hey, how are you? All settled in myself? Can't tell you how glad I am to be here. And thank you for bringing me. I feel it, you know? I really do. By all means.
And he, of course, has bows and huntsman stuff. Makes me wonder, do I have anyone who is scout or stuff? I don't think we do. Oh yes, or Lecturer's Cavern. Cabin. Or Mirror. Oh yeah, Dowers' assistance. Hi, Dowers.
As you approach, the silent monk puffs a bit.
Hi,
The little
possessed
girl
child.
doesn't acknowledge your presence. She remains locked away somewhere.
I see. Well, glad we had this talk, you know. Well, I guess we should probably head to shore then. We got things to be doing. So, welcome to the Nameless Isle. We know one thing, but we don't know the others. Well, that's a purge corpse.
These bodies have been purged.
Who could have done this?
Well,
I
I could
suspect
think
we
of
shall
several
soon find
people.
out.
Before you stands a shrine of a particularly strange design. You've seen
Cool.
machinery like this before. In the case.
But yeah, just a waypoint. Madras's Diary. Where you have ascended the mountain, or perhaps the west wing is blocked by a gate that refuses to open. The court is filled with statues of the seven, each with runes of the sun or the moon. I cannot discern their purpose. I investigated the temples, but I do believe that. Yes, there's also shrines to the numerous gods and piezoes and all that nonsense. And part of me's like, no, I don't want to deal with that shit. A cultist, eh? You know the way of things. Agpak traveled to the name of time to seek the flaming arrowheads. They are marks, the marks of the devourer. Follow them to the sacred cave and offer your fire room to the dragon's mouth. Huh, well, more of that armor set that I don't really care about. I might as well
I've never
work
seen ruins like these.
You don't get out much, do you?
Ooh, a bow. I haven't worked on anything. Well, I'm sure going over here is the best idea.
Reading of the wonders of Solstice, it's clear where her people get their feelings of supremacy from.
Oh, we found a crab. Hi.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveller, might I prevail upon you to answer a question?
Oh, sure.
You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul, most reviled, most feared. Her name is...
His pincers scissor wildly.
Septa the Ineffable!
Didn't I murder the crab?
Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels?
Yeah, she's long dead.
Dead? Incredible! You met Septa with naught but your fleshly carapace to commend you, and you emerged victorious. Your powers must be many. You are a model of your kind, and even more incredibly, of mine. Take this, a carapace of your own, to protect you from dangers great and small.
He reaches out and tentatively pokes a bit of your tender flesh.
Use it well, and my thanks to you, good knight. May our paths cross again soon.
Thanks, Mr. Crab.
Imperio away!
Imperio away. Oh god, well, away he goes. I mean, sure, that is definitely a thing. Anyway, before we head up to the jail with the Shadow Prince, what's in the cave? Wait, what? I didn't click on the cave.
Not quite.
We'd better find a way inside before it all goes up in smoke, and us with it.
Well, that was awkward.
Countless symbols cover the stone tablet's surface. You make out one ruined line. The champion must offer a... You recall this stone to be the gem of the desert. Outside the Empire, it is known as a mere... And such an offering...
I could do that. And here's a large fire. It probably doesn't matter what type
You
of
place
fire
the offering deep inside the dragon's mouth. Something in the dark seizes your wrist. The grip tightens to sheer agony. Cold metal presses against you to soothe the ache. When you reach for it, your fingers catch on a pair of greaves.
We found pants.
As you pull the armor free, the bitterness of betrayal cuts through you. Ash clouds the room, hot as a forge. You stand high on a black cliff housing Solstice's temple. Other lizards scream, declaring you a blasphemer.
I see you. And inside you is the strength of patience. You must prove yourself worthy of such answers. You must find the temple where the Devourer's loyal servant was abandoned. I will draw strength.
The vision fades. The cave's sharp chill returns, and with it, a cold...
That's a thing. Well, there's just fire, not lava. Ooh, area nerfus. Cause yeah, lava is one of those things that's just instant death. Doesn't matter if you have fire resist. That touches you, you don't have a bad day. So I measure the tempo of Solstice.
You suddenly hear something in the distance. A strange tune. Sabine freezes. It's her scar song. The master is near.
He's close. We must turn back now, or he'll have me under his thrall once more. I need to find someone I can trust enough to share the Scar Song with. It's the only way.
So you tell me we can't go here yet because he'll take control over... he'll take control over her and that would be bad for us. Lava's bad.
We rise.
A Black Ring captain stands before you. She looks remarkably ordinary, you think, as far as Black Ring go. But then you hear a voice inside your head.
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you. And do not doubt me, for I tell the truth.
Where's everybody's mind? Imagine in a dance room for a drunk in the moonlight.
Her expression does not change. She cannot read your mind, but you can read her face. And you see she grows impatient.
Tell me who you are, or I will
Glad
kill
to sign
you.
the lone wolf. Can drop him out territory. These bastards are thralls. Friend. Now here's the thing. I don't really care.
When she speaks inside your head, her words have weight, as if they force themselves into your mind, whether you would let them or not.
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you.
Well, let's get to
There
it.
are no friends. There are those who serve the king, and those who work against him. You serve and die. If you serve well, you rise again.
Like, you guys are getting in my way, so... Yeah, they didn't get that much better defense. About 2,000. The thing is, I could do more than 2,000, so... Oh, for essays, I can't hit them all. There we go. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well.
I'll yield to none. Black Ring. Would they be doing the purging?
The glass is black, at first. But then a sickly haze begins to form, like sand upon a pond. The haze shimmers and becomes a face. A one-faced stranger looking straight at you. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet he asks you who you are. You know the wrong answer will send this man, this sallow man, into a ferocious rage.
Man, he could go to hell.
His eyes burn into yours. You feel the hot flood of his hate, his rage, his madness. And you know the Black Ring are now sworn to see you dead.
Well, they can bring it. Oh, jeez, look at these things. Well, that was some stuff right there. Let's see, send us a bill, send us Bill, send to Bill, send Beast. Oh, send to Beast. Look at all this stuff. So much stuff. This just means an oversell pile of Beast, doesn't it? Hey look, another thing. To Beast. To Beast. To Beast. Ah, to Beast. To Beast. Oh, purging one. Well, that's explaining what happened to some of them. I mean, I'm not against another purging one. Oh no, lizard dreamers. I mean, if you insist. Just by the way, books, if you need books, we have books.
Even though her tormentor is dead, the Magister is still paralyzed with fear. Her mind is gone.
Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it.
Well, there you go.
This place will be nice when it's finished.
Better to knock it all down and start again.
Oh, they all want to get their turn first. Wait, what? Oh, right, because we're in this one. Can it finally be my turn? So saving the Magisters from them. Just to probably turn on the Magisters anyway. Oh, look how much AP I have though. Well, that's where's my blitz attack.
Prepare.
Oh, you survived that. Cool, cool. By the way,
Reap the Reaper for me.
Breathless, the Magister fishes out a canteen of water. She gulps half of it down, then splashes blood and grime from her face with the rest. She nods at you, a touch wary.
My thanks for your help. But who are you?
Yeah, I'm the God Woken here to fulfill my destiny.
God-Woken? There's only one God-Woken on this island, and it isn't you. I owe you, but it doesn't mean I'll tolerate blasphemy either, understand? Anyway, if you need shelter, look for the bishop and the rest of my comrades. They retreated north to our rendezvous point.
So Alexander's
we'll head there
still
once
and
we've tended.
alive.
Our true leader has returned and united us. It's nothing short of a miracle he's made it this far. He's dodged assassins more than once.
Oh, really? Well, Ivan will be pleased.
Now it's our holy duty to safeguard him until he becomes the next divine. And that means putting these black-ringed devils to the sword.
So what are they doing
Isn't
here?
it bloody obvious? They're destroying the sacred temples and killing everyone in sight. If I were you, I'd get out of the open as soon as possible.
Oh, that's nice and all, but by the way... Oop, what faint for some reason. Oop. Hi.
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
You know. He still thinks he's the one that replaced Daddy Darius. He's in for a surprise.
Cutting him down a second time will be even more satisfying than the first. And this time, it'll be permanent.
Maybe.
Perhaps I have misjudged humans. Alexander seems as immortal as I.
I've got questions for him, and he'd better have answers, or his second death will be even more painful than the first.
Has as many lives as a cat, it seems. Let's see if he acts like one when cornered.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us? This is going to be extra fun.
Right. So anyway, Magistrates. Smack. No turning back now. Powder in there. Ooh, useless, but you could sell it. Ooh, a holy hand grenade. Not relic. Daisy still right here. The portal continues to direct the ocean to the Old Ark Temple. So much that, so we have to stand here and guard. How is that damn silent man fed us to please God camp? We don't even give him a chance to wear a blade with the divine order of his blood. Oh hey, by the way, no approach wand. Yeah, I forgot. We should probably be having this on. You know, that would probably help. Archaeologist.
The sight's gone. What happened? Where's the dreamer and the bones? They're all supposed to be together. There's got to be a way out of this blasted armor.
Huh.
I wish I knew. Would love to be in the hall with the rest of my kin. But I'm a man of action.
Oh, so basically that whole... That. We already did that, partly, though. Got the pants.
A lizard stares at you with open delight. His torn garb resembles that of a priest.
I welcome you, honored one. Be at peace, for your day has come. Do not hesitate. The ritual is prepared for you at the proper place. The master of us all. We serve the Devourer in his infinite grace and hunger.
I see.
Join the master at the temple of the false goddess, Zolstissa. We cannot leave him.
The spirit keeps glancing back. How can I help?
I felt such fear, such pain. Oh, to feel it again. It was delicious. What? No. No, you can't. I am to be reborn. I am his favorite. Get back. Get back, I command you.
The spirit turns to run, but he's already yours. He's
No, you can't. I was promised eternity.
No eternity. Only slurp. And then there's a
The spirit of a paladin stands before you. He shoots you a
Get away from me, Black.
The spirit does not
slurp.
The spirit of a woman in strange armor stands before you. Visible on her breastplate is the seal of Rallick. She shoots you a look of deep dismay.
Godwoken, why do you aid these servants of the void? Do you not know your purpose?
I tell you that you're so whoever. I'm not helping them. I'm not helping anyone.
Cold-hearted, but perhaps wise. Do what you must to fulfill
who are
your
you?
I was, a knight of Rallick. I was tasked with guarding his presence upon this holy island. Before that, I was the same as you, a Godwoken.
She looks you over once again. The judgmental arch of her eyebrows suggests you're less than she had hoped for.
Perhaps not exactly like you, but I heard the call and came here to face the trials of the gods. I was not chosen for divinity. Instead, I stayed here and guarded this temple. The Black Ring ended my vigil. They came,
So how
intent
do
on
I
destroying this
seek
place.
the counters happen?
The altars shall show the way, but only to those deemed worthy.
Okay.
Or it may not. If the gods do not choose you to progress, then you'll likely share my... There was a reluctance in my heart. A lingering doubt. To be divine is to shoulder a great responsibility. Deep down, I didn't want that responsibility for myself. The gods must have sensed my unwillingness. Still, I wanted to serve them. I became a Knight of Rallick that day.
Yeah, sure, I'll go poke the altar then.
The altar stands before you, flecked with moss and the cracks of age. An ant crawls across the surface, dipping in and out of the inscription that's engraved on the rock. In honor of Rallick, first of the gods and patron of humanity.
Wasn't he like the last? Wasn't a mirror the first?
As your prayer drifts away on the breeze, you feel the world around you shift. You open your eyes to a courtyard with wooden targets and practice posts scattered about. And there before you stands Rallick, a twisted old man struggling to heft his own sword. With difficulty, he lifts it high, cutting...
Where was I? Right.
His sword clangs against the cobbles, slipping out of his hands and skittering towards you. Cursing loudly, he crawls towards you, searching hands running over the stone. He's blind. He hears you as you step forward and lets out a cackle.
One of the others sent you, eh? Sent you to pester a poor man that has lost his sight?
You have something I need.
Is it something you can take from a corpse, boy?
Maybe.
He gets to his feet. He might not be able to see you, but he is clearly none too impressed. Or threatened.
I don't require much from you. Just a small favor. Well, two, in fact. I want your eyes. After all, what is a warrior without his sight? Give me yours. I assure you, they will be put to good use in the war against the void.
Hey, so what's this, though? What do you want to do about this?
Your god leaps forward, knocking the frail old man sideways. Rallick gets to his feet, grabbing a shield emblazoned with a burning sun, and backs away defensively. The image fades, leaving only the symbol of the sun dancing in your vision. You slowly come to your senses at the temple, where chittering birdsong fills your ear.
Like, I'm gonna give up my eyes. I need those.
Well, this all looks
for
familiar.
fuck's sake, the Clifton fan. Oh, I forgot I have to have a conversation with all of them too. Damn it.
Large, impressive, glowing stones. It certainly has all the hallmarks of my people. Although we did not plaster our faces on every spare surface. That is the doing of your gods. It is not enough for them to curse you with their faces. Must they inflict them on stone too?
Apparently.
I mean, at this point, it's just tacky.
So, what do you think we should
It certainly has that air to it, but I would make a terrible guide. Whatever place this once was, it was destroyed long before your time. We must access the Council of Seven. But let's be careful. Despite appearances, I have survived a lot. I would rather not experience death here. I always thought my path was laid out. Become divine. Preserve what's left of your people. It was such an easy narrative. But what if you could do more? What if you could save them all? And worse, what if you had all that power, but they were not worth saving? I don't know. Tell me, what would you do?
Well, if you have a wife and child in the country for you, don't think you could just save them.
Fane nods slowly, lost in thought.
You're not entirely wrong. Then again, thank you. I will have to think on this.
The spirit of a Magister brandishes her sword in one hand, while the other is clasped to a wound in her side. She throws a hasty glance over...
There's too many of them. Get the bishop to the Elfin Temple. We'll hold them off as long as we can.
She turns her attention forward once the spirit spins around and...
Wait. Alexander is here.
We
this
already
Elven Temple...
The spirit of a Magister priestess swipes her...
Walks! Sir, watch out! Get away from him, you foul tree!
A ghostly cacophony reaches your ears, the snarl of a beast and the screams of a man. There's another scream, a brief flash of...
Magisters and paladins fighting alongside each other. A rare sight indeed.
Save. So I forgot the fact that I need to talk to literally everyone.
Well, this place is, welcoming, isn't it? We should keep our eyes on the prize. Divinity. I saw the mass death caused by the Divine Order's war firsthand. If Divinity can do the opposite of that, I'm interested. And if it can't, what good is it?
What does that mean? That's reveal up to both of you.
You're right. The gods may be dead, but we still live. That has to mean something.
Ifan shrugs and turns to survey the environment, squinting into the distance.
I think we should find out what it is.
Ifan claps you on the shoulder and beams at you, affection for you plain in his eyes.
Affection for you plain in
Ever
his
strike you that life is just a series of islands? Like, you put down roots, something upends it all, and then you sail off and put roots down somewhere else. It's just islands, one after the other. Forward.
Okay, thanks.
I know it's probably not the answer you wanted. I can't think of much else to say about it. Weird, right? One of us will ascend soon, and, well, there's only one divinity. We've got choices to make.
So how come rebelling against power be so keen became divine?
You think I want to be the head of the Order? All I care about is dealing with that royal arsepain, and a divine sure as hell would be capable of doing just that. I ain't thought beyond there, and I ain't gonna prime that pump till I have to.
Nah, not really how divinity works.
And suddenly you're an authority on the subject. You'll have to forgive me, but as far as I can tell, you're just stumbling along. Let me tell you a story about Justinia. I think we were, say, age 10 at the time. My pop was off who knows where, spreading his seed in that oh-so-charming manner of his. So let's just say the court had its hands full. There was a big reception one night. The ridiculous kind, where all the ladies wear dresses and all the men wear finery. Yeah, everyone looks starched. Well, everyone acts starched. So I decided to surprise all the noble farts at dinner. Snuck into the kitchen. They had a giant boar on a platter with an apple in its mouth. Longer than Laura herself, and not much fatter either. The cook put the lid on and set it down for the steward to take. And then I made my move. I dragged off that pig when no one was looking and stuffed it in a floor cupboard. Then I crawled onto the platter and pulled the lid up over me. Wasn't too long before the steward showed up and wheeled me into the banquet, none the wiser.
I guess what happens now.
Yep, some stuffy duke yanks off the lid and good old beastie jumps out. Caused quite the stir. Queen wanted me gone, but little cousin Justinia, she had my back. Told Queen Laura it was all her idea, and she got a whooping on her backside and sent to bed without supper. So the point is, well, I ain't sure. I guess that she has a good heart, but somewhere along the way it got soiled.
I see. Well, Los.
Losa looks pale and unfocused.
You alright?
Yes!
You alright?
Oh, no!
I say.
There's no time to waste. I have a feeling about this place. I think it's possible the Master isn't far off.
Well, we've established that, but I can't take you over there because they'll take control of you. Then you probably try to stab me, and that would be bad.
If I'm right, if I find him, he has a date with a needle. Whatever comes after that, comes after that. And I remember saying I'd probably never tell you.
Well, you're gonna tell me now.
Then again, why not? I suppose some stories were always meant to be told. So, here goes. No, hang on.
She retrieves a small flask from her backpack, uncorks it, and takes a big swig. Tears stream from her eyes as she offers you the flask.
They're tears of joy, I assure you. Here, have some joy.
Yeah, sure.
You drink. It burns. Soon the tears run down your cheeks as well.
Not bad, is it? So good it has us crying like babies. Now then, the epic of The Master and the Scar. Sounds like a melodramatic opera. There was, of course, some singing involved. It began when I woke in the dark room. He removed my blindfold, and still I did not see. He himself was darker than any shadow, but I could hear him. Hear him give orders to another. Stingtail. How he came to regret the actions he performed that day. The Master bid the dream a dream, and so he did. He sat there. I could feel his hands upon my cheeks. He trembled, as if in pain. I didn't know what was going on until quite suddenly, his right hand became a flame. I screamed as he traced the design of the scar into my searing flesh, but I could not move, not an inch. And all the while the Master looked on in darkest silence.
Then perhaps we should have another drink.
No, I'm quite all right, but thank you. So, once the scarring was over, and the pain began to fade, the training began. With words, whistles, snaps of the fingers even, the Master could make me obey his every command. Young, strong, smart. You know I don't exactly lack in qualities. It didn't take him long to train me in the arts of stealth, subterfuge, and assassination. It shakes me little now, all too little. But that first time, that first real kill, it was such stuff as nightmares are made on. I had now lived in the dark for what might as well have been years. I was in a wood, but the trees there were sick, grey, leafless hydras sticking out of ashen earth. There were no stars that night. She sat, shivering beside a fire. I was nervous. I had to chase her. My hand hated itself, tried to resist, but there is no resisting the Master's song. My stabs weren't as mercifully exact as they should have been. I had to bring down the needle again and again as her screams flooded the forest with terror. When it was done, I crawled back to the Master, broken, crept back into the box, and through its cold black lid, he told me I had done well. Next time, I'd do better. You understand me completely. With the needle, I'll kill him. And with the needle, I'll strike his name from my skin. The bastard will be master no longer. The very best.
She cocks her head ever so slightly and eyes you as innocently as a kitten.
Why? Don't tell me you disagree.
Nah, I'm going to sin, though.
We'll see about that, won't we? As for absolute truth, the prospect both tickles and terrifies me. I mean, divinity. Will it be a blessing or a burden? Would we be truly omnipotent, or merely the servants of an unruly universe, as desperate for control as we are now? And then there's the question that makes me shiver most of all. Would we still be ourselves? Would I remain Sibyl, or would my mortal soul die upon gaining divine immortality? Ha! Nice try. I'll give you that.
She sighs and closes her eyes, then smiles her easy smile.
Such a silly game we play, to be a god. It's quite wasted on mortals, if you ask me. We are all of us too blemished to become immaculate.
That makes sense, actually. Anyway, we have stuff to be doing, places to be going, nonsense to be dealing with. Hi.
Quick as a flash, the Magister has an arrow notched on his raised bow. He falters. A glimmer of recognition crosses his face, followed a moment later by a wry smile.
My Fort Joy savior. I never thought I'd clap eyes on you again. You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunately. My troop was slaughtered by Black Ring. I'm the only survivor.
Yeah, I'm Godwoken doing my thing.
A skeptical eyebrow arches upwards.
You, Godwoken? That seems unlikely. Never mind. There are more important matters at hand. Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow in any fights to come.
Yeah. Curiously, so the Divine Bishop once again after being so against his artifact of Fort Joy.
He nods.
I never would have thought it myself either, but he resurfaced and won over us veterans, Magister and Paladin alike. Now he's set upon becoming divine, just like his father.
I can't become divine.
He broke free from Dallas and Breedman's influence, and they tried to murder him for it. Them and their white magisters. Us loyalists had to stand by his side. The fracturing of the Divine Order, the Voidwoken crisis, multiple attempts on his life. He's let none of it deter him. Now ascension is within sight.
Come along.
He slings a quiver of arrows across his back and nods.
Eyes sharp.
I fancy a swim.
I believe this might be the Orc Temple over here. Yeah, it's the Orc Temple.
I'll yield to none. Hurts, doesn't it?
So yeah, we could potentially something in the good. bit flooded, is it?
Hard to fathom such magic, even when it's right before your eyes.
But yeah, as I said, I'm not sure if I want to do all the trials. Oh, there's Black Rain Camp. Hi, Black Rain Camp.
I'll yield to none.
Oh, maybe that's the thing.
I'm ready.
Well, you survived. Oh, they didn't kill. Okay. Well, that's tough.
The spirit of a black ring conjurer looks around in confusion, seemingly oblivious to you.
Slurp.
The spirit suddenly looks up. Her eyes widen as she sees an abyss far greater than anything she had ever...
Slurp.
The spirit's vacant eye. The spirit gazes through you as you pull the source from his very soul. And all of a sudden, it's over.
More purging wands. More diamonds. Oh, here's the thing. We need to head this way, I believe. By turning that off, does that mean I can actually go this way now? No longer being flooded. Means I can go into the Orc Temple if I really want to. Fuck it, we're going to the Orc Temple. Oh, hi.
A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly disoriented. It spots you.
Where'd the water go? Why does my head hurt so much?
And we'll transfer from the sea to a port of shards apart from it.
The shore, yes. After a rest.
The crocodile slumps down and closes its eyes.
Well, have a good one. So, the Orc Temple. That's if I can't bloody remember what to do in the Orc Temple. I know for a fact I hate the Imp one, and we're not doing that one.
Well, this place is, welcoming, isn't it?
Ifan claps you on the shoulder.
If I'm to understand this correctly, it reads, "Walk safely in Vrogir's path." It looks like this place gave the Black Ring a bloody nose. Best be careful.
To walk
ahead.
safely in its path, Okay, well that's going badly for me, isn't it? Ah!
Look out. I see a trap.
Trap.
Look out.
Trap.
I've spotted a trap. Careful.
Trap.
I've spotted a trap.
I don't think I'm supposed to do it like that. Or
Before you is the spirit of a priestess, An orc priestess. She's an imposing warrior monk, but gripped with terror as she gazes upon something looming over her from across the hall. She staggers back a few steps. An echoing roar fills your ears, rushing water.
They drowned all the orcs.
The priestess turns to flee, but is suddenly blasted off her feet by an...
So there were technically orcs alive in here for a while.
Kneeling before the altar is the spirit of another orc, a priest. He produces an ornate dagger and slices open the palm of his hand. Around him, the sound of rushing water grows.
Swords.
Rogear, I am your servant to my last breath.
He daubs the altar with his spectral blood and
very
bows.
much in any way.
The roar of water intensifies.
They were
he is suddenly swept forward.
First one.
His skull hits the altar with a crunch. The grim drip, drip, drip of floodwater and the bloated body at your feet make this place feel more like a defiled tomb than a temple. Nevertheless, you approach the altar. Your vision clouds, and you open your eyes to a dark glade. Before you lies a bull, trapped beneath a fallen tree. It stares at you with malevolent eyes. As you watch, it transforms to a bear, claws digging into the earth as it struggles to dislodge the log. You blink, and it turns again. A gorilla now. It's vaulted back, pushing hard against the wood. After a few more minutes' struggle, it slumps to the ground, defeated, and its contemptuous eyes return to you.
Strength! Give me your vigor!
Fine.
The god shifts shape again, contorting into a snake. Grimacing, you reach out your hand, and Vrogir sinks his fangs deep into your palm. You feel his curse spreading throughout your body as your strength starts to ebb away. At the same time, the snake grows stronger and starts to pulse with a faint light. You drag your hand back before the very last of your vigor slips away, and you stand hunched over and gasping for breath. The gentle glow within Vrogir grows brighter until you struggle to look at him. The god bursts into yellow flame, searing its way through the log. Vrogir transforms again, standing before you in his true orcish form, before snorting in derision and walking away. The vision slowly fades, and you are back in the temple, the smell of damp death filling your nostrils. You see that crude sun picture...
Right, I don't have enough glass. I went out to open up a glass. I forgot about that. So, that's all we really had to do here. That's energy cast. Oh yeah, you can continue exploring this place, but you basically did what you had to here. Okay, there's a wall though, clearly.
An ancient-looking lever stands before you. There's a small slot in the side of the lever. The lever groans, and a deep rumble heralds the wall beyond
Well, let's go see what's in here. Probably just loot. But I don't know, it looks like a door. Where does the door go? Oh,
look out! I see a trap nearby.
The spirit of another orc stands before you, but this one is formidably armored and extraordinarily angry.
Dogs, skulking vermin, cowards.
He hurls the warhammer away with a final yell before turning to you with a deep scowl, panting for breath that he no longer needs.
Godwoken, you're here. Did you kill the Black Ring runts who defiled Rogir's temple? Who for good? Heretics deserve only death.
This temple was a fortress. My traps made it untouchable, unpassable. That weasel, that sad old man, he responded not with strength, but with soggy cowardice, and made me look the fool. Face me,
So
you
after you
milk-livered mouse. The world grew too civilized for us. No plunder, no glory, nothing to make our hearts quicken. My people left you to your cities and farms and soft beds. They went far in search of a place where they could be alive. But I am a knight of Varogia.
I see. Oh, he's a knight of Varogia.
Careful now. Look out, that's a trap.
See a trap nearby.
Careful now. That's a trap.
So, just traps.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Oh, I'm going to do this a lot, ain't I? Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't seem that work for my opinion. Oh well. Oh, yeah, run to the gauntlet again.
That's a look out! I see a trap nearby.
Yay! Pang. Anyway, continuing on.
What strange contraptions are these?
Well, they're deactivated automatons.
The ghost stares right through you, a horrified look upon her face.
They took the realm. They took it all. But they don't know what it is. They don't know what they have.
An impish pocket
Hope
realm.
flashes in her eyes
That
as
was
she tries to focus upon you.
That was a big thing in Divinity Original Sin 1.
Those black ring dogs. They took the universe, but they don't know what it is. I pray they do not think to try to use it.
She turns away.
Finally arrived in the Elven area. Ooh, seedlings. Look at all these seedlings. Tea leaf seedlings? But do they have Druidine? Don't know if they have Druidine. Hey, Matt. But this doesn't connect to the Alpers. Well, that's just weird. Purge corpses, purge corpses. Oh hi, more black ring. We're gonna fire the laser. Oh no, they survived. Well, quick, throw more fireballs out. Good job. Good job. What, you think I can just go hide up there? Oof. And that 0 AP move, yay. That one's still alive, though. Quick. Oh, I can't shoot from hell. Oh, fine. Drop that on them. Yay! And the level. Shriekers, huh? Well, let's see. We've leveled up, so I don't know. Set 7, 7. Ooh, what do I want? Nah. I mean, we don't really take damage now, so. Baldur's done, so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But at the same time, you could just skip so much of it. How do I get to the... there, though? About happening, you know. I feel like it's gonna lead me towards the tree, because I'm not okay with that.
The temple must hold. We held them off. We held.
Well, that's why we have purge ones.
Hold up. Can nothing harm this horror? Be the purging one to defeat them.
So if Svampers and we're probably get too close, so
harm this horror.
You! Stop! Explain yourself!
Oh God, well.
The elf's deep golden eyes go wide.
Now
a
is
strange
not the
smile
time for
dances
this,
across
I
his
get rather
mouth,
strict.
and he starts to roar with laughter.
The gods chose you as their champion. Some blushing lizard. Run home, little godwoken. You find only death here.
Fine, this box is done. Oh, they're looking for me and him.
You speak loudly, young godwoken, but
Now
I
is
see
not the
only a
time for
barking
this.
dog. You are not worthy of this temple. Run back to your hearth. Cower there while death searches for you.
Move.
The laughter dies from the elf's eyes, replaced...
Good. It is proper that the godwoken should not be so easily pushed away. You may
Sir
proceed.
Lord, don't get near those
You'll
things.
find no threat here. Not from me, at least.
I don't have
It's all
time for this right now. I'm trying to deal with these stupid shrieks. Well, they accidentally hit one.
Can nothing harm this horror?
Jeez. No. Oop. Yes. Okay then. So. Save. Now we go to this place. Now we
Speak,
talk.
godwoken, but be sharp. Time.
So
I am a
you-
knight of Turson Delius, one of the last living knights on this island.
Yeah, a lot of them seem to be
Once
dead.
I could stand with you, my god's chosen champion, godwoken. I do not ascend, but nor do I die in the trials. So I dedicate my life to Turson Delius and protect the
Now
god.
it
That
becomes
is not
life.
for a knight to say.
Okay, super.
Only the gods may
Where
guide
can I
you.
find out,
He and
Sandra?
his circus have claimed the top level of my temple.
I see. So what's Black
They
Lake
have
doing
come to stop the ascension.
now? I see.
They are doing all they can to kill the godwoken and defile our temples, but we will not be so easily cowed. The others seem to have made this place into a stronghold. This is where we part ways, I think. Thank you.
Bye,
Until
Dolores.
next time.
Wait, maybe I should talk to the bear. I could talk to the bear after all.
The bear gives you a serious look. She opens her mouth wide, her great fangs on display for you. Then she clears her throat.
Can I ask you a philosophical question?
That was gonna spread from a bear, but sure, why not?
Okay then.
Philosophy bear hill.
If a tree falls in a forest and the whole place is covered in death fog, does anyone care?
Who hurt you?
I escaped. Thousands didn't. They barely had the time to scream.
People care all over the world. There are people who still care.
She gives you a long, wet-eyed look. Her lip begins to tremble, which on a bear is an impressive sight. She tries not to cry.
I'm here for you, Bear.
I thought no one cared.
You want a hug?
I
I'll
thought
hug.
no one cared but elves and bears. This gives me hope, this does. Lots of hope. Oh, thank you.
With a sigh, she turns away.
I can't hug the bear.
The priestess is oblivious to you. Instead, she's locked in frantic...
Almighty Duna, save your children.
Hello there, hopeful. I belong to Tirson Delius. To whom are you sworn?
Hear my prayer. Save your children.
Useless.
You know I hated that bear apples.
Be at ease, sister. We're safe now.
This is incredible. What a structure.
There might be nothing left like this in the world. Not since Lucian used the death fog on the elves.
Decision making.
The mother tree calls you. Follow the spirit. Climb to the heart of the tree. The mother tree calls you, God.
Well, I'd love to do that, but yeah.
Gareth, listen to me. I have heard enough.
Thing is, I'm pretty sure I need a head. Somewhere, hell. Not quite sure where.
I have heard. Words mean nothing to me, Alexander.
Yeah, maybe?
I am at the ready.
I'll come back to you guys. You guys seem to be having a bit of a spat, hell. Whoop. Okay, like, where do I go, though? Oh.
Eyes closed, the tiger seems to be praying.
I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak. All of us but I fell dead in the mist when the two legs had their war.
She cocks her head to listen to a voice you cannot hear.
If the covenant be in good faith, O black-winged god, and all the forest tigers shall...
She opens her eyes and...
Or what? Shall you kill me with your fog of death like you did my cousins?
You never got
This is our only chance.
Back. Success impossible.
She closes her eyes.
Well, I tried.
They all shall die, my king.
She stares directly at you.
With the he-lizard.
We tried. Alright, that reminds me I need my skill back. Well, if we kill the last forest tiger, I
The
hope you're
ghostly
happy.
tiger bares her teeth at you, a triumphant glint in her eye.
When the God King brings the forest tigers back, and we rise to rule, you shall be the first to die. For you there shall... I am the last of my hide, my stripe, my streak. You cannot take...
She shall...
Nothing. Well then. The only thing is, I still don't know what this thing is, right? That's just weird. Where is the important place to this place? The hell have I found here? I found a demon. Hi, demon.
A customer. Perhaps you'd like to trade. Find something to safeguard your...
His lascivious eyes flick over you to skin-crawling effect.
vulnerable flesh.
The hell are you?
A distant place called Nemesis. I couldn't resist the lure.
Oh, what do you have? Necromancer birds and polymorph birds. Go, go.
Make trade.
The creature runs a black tongue across its maw while staring at you hungrily.
A distant
I see. Cool. Just then we're merchants. I don't know where the heart of this tree is, though.
Useless.
Maybe it's up there. Yes, no, maybe up there. To the heart. Well, that's a thing.
Mother, you don't look well. How vulnerable you are.
I am the scion of the Mother Tree. Her heart speaks through me.
The scion of the Mother Tree. Let me talk to her, please. She and I have business.
Yeah, sure.
The Mother is in danger. A shadow hunts her. You must rid us of the shadow.
Yeah, basically, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you could start with the Shadow Prince to take out the tree hill. But why the hell would you do that?
The Shadow Prince is on this island, seeking our annihilation. He is the master of the House of Shadows. He is a terror that breathes. You know him simply as the Master, Sabine. It is time for vengeance. You must cut off its breath, then bring me its heart.
You know, the song and all that.
The Master. Where is he?
We know where he is. He told us to meet and...
He is a lizard. No doubt he slithers close to the temple of his fork-tongued goddess. Beware, for he brings the shadows with him. I am the scion of the Mother Tree. Her heart speaks through me. Like you, he is a lizard. No doubt.
We're having a bit of a problem here because...
There's no time to waste.
Because we need to go deal with him, but how do I...
Sabine touches your arm.
Look, it's Sahela.
Oh.
Sabine, it is so good to see you once more. I must speak with you.
How did you
It is of the greatest importance. At last I see clearly. I know what must be done. The mother is sick. She is weak. Her grip slips at last. You make her so. You kill her scions. You are strong now, Sabine. You are prime scion. You are God-woken. This is a unique opportunity. The impossible is now possible. Kill her. Free us from her tyranny, please.
Wait, what?
Finish what you start. One more kill. You must strike at her heart. Do this for me. Do this for all of us. Set us free.
You want the Mother Tree dead? Quite the change of heart since last we met.
Sus.
I know. But now she is weak. I can speak truth. The Mother stops progress. The Mother stops lovers. The Mother forbids. The Mother commands. The Mother plots. The Mother wants vengeance. She is hollow. But all elves want is to live. I know I can count on you, Sabine. You who loves her freedom above all. You must climb the temple to find the Mother's heart. And then you must destroy it.
That seems sus.
Set yourself free, Sabine. Set us all free.
That seems sus, you know? So, bring the heart to the Mother Tree, or to liberate the house. Huh. Huh. Sus.
The moment of truth approaches, does it not?
Very sus.
I am at the ready.
Go away.
I will have your head, Seeker.
Be at ease, Magister Rowe. Weapons down. Gareth, I have done you a grave injustice. I was deceived, and I was too weak, too naive to see it.
Alexander holds his hands outwards towards Gareth, his blade resting flat across his palms, a gesture of goodwill and peace.
Explain
Whatever
yourself.
Alexander's reply might have been, it is drowned by Gareth's alarming chuckle.
Godwoken? Have you come to witness the death of the noble coward? How fortunate. You can tell the tale of Lucien's other wayward son. This slug defends his own cruelty on the basis of ignorance. He expects me to forgive him for everything he's taken from me. Every fallen seeker, every friend, every slain Godwoken.
I mean, you did stab a bunch of Shriekers back, though, too.
This, after I dedicated my life to serving his father's every whim and wile. I've forgotten nothing. Alexander, you are the sinner, yet the gods have allowed us to suffer for it. I would kill you 100 times over if given the chance.
Do we fight Alexander or not? The quest for advances is you no need. What? Calm.
Gareth looks to you, then to Alexander. He digs his teeth into his lower lip until blood seeps out from the tender skin. The silence is thick, yet neither Gareth nor Alexander move.
You are not Damien. You are not Damien. Damien. My sins have been as great as yours, Alexander. I've just been too blind to see them. It's just your father. You could forgive Alexander when I could not, Godwoken.
I didn't say
I
I
hope you show me the same
I
kindness.
just need to talk to him before we fight.
I will meet you aboard the Lady Vengeance when you are ready.
We need to have a talk.
As you approach Alexander,
Well,
Ifan catches you by the shoulder.
Does.
You know how long I've sought Alexander. I need this.
Sure.
Ifan strides forwards and feints a punch at Alexander's nose with his right hand. As the Divine Bishop raises his hands to protect himself, Ifan grasps both of his wrists and headbutts him. As Alexander staggers back, blood streaming from his nose, Ifan tightens his grip on Alexander's wrists
You know
and
we have all
spits
these
a question.
guards here.
Why? Why did you and Lucian send me on a suicide mission to kill the elves? Why did you lie to me?
Alexander wrenches his hands free from Ifan's grasp and holds his broken nose, blood streaming between his shaking fingers.
Why? The same reason we did everything. To protect the realm. What price all of Rivellon against just one portion? Any divine would do the same if it meant saving everything. You should be proud my father picked you. His best right-hand man. He knew you would make it. But he also knew that if he told you the truth, you would falter. He knew you well, Ifan. He knew you'd have to be tricked. But I'm his son. I can be trusted to the end, and I will take any actions necessary for the good of all. Nothing can stop me, not even death.
You want to test that?
Ifan draws his weapon. His hands are steady, calm, and controlled as can be.
Death stops everyone eventually. And from where I'm standing, it looks like the third time's the charm.
Bjorn.
He stands over
I like
Alexander
you,
and
this.
stabs him 7 times. When the deed is done,
I like how
Alexander lies lifeless. Ifan stands trembling.
None of
his
these
hands
guards
covered
are
in the blood of the
have
divine's
done
only son.
anything. Exactly, it's just like, huh. You probably should have reacted soon. I'm gonna walk over here and explode.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, you survived, Dolores. Cute. What are you gonna do? You should totally try to move, by the way. That'd be great. a lot of damage. Fine.
Alexander knew. Lucian knew. I was nothing but a pawn.
At least you got your revenge.
His face darkens, and his hands shake.
You know as I do that this world is better off without Alexander. Power truly corrupted him, just as it did Lucian.
You know, true of the power you seek never corrupts evil to that extent.
He raises one eyebrow and folds his arms protectively across his chest.
We'll see. We'll see.
So, yeah. Anyway. Dolores, what the hell?
Spirit flails, casting about wildly, as if surrounded by horrific enemies.
Oh, since it became temporary, my party gained one of those. Cute. Hi, Outlander.
The spirit of Alexander looks bitterly dejected. He turns to you.
My journey has ended, but the world still needs a divine.
Indeed it does.
Tell me, have you learned how to enter the council yet?
You have any help?
Not so hasty. I have to know your intentions before I help you. What do you mean to do with the power of divinity if you succeed?
I decide how to add it if and when you claim these powers. Nothing is certain, so it would be forced to speak with certainty.
You will do, Godwoken. Rallic, Vrogir, and Zolstissa favored the sun, while Duna, Tyrsendilius, Xantetza, and Amadia favored the moon. Align their idols thusly at the entrance to the council.
So yeah, basically, you don't need to do the trials at all. Because he just told you basically how to do that. I know, right?
Then there's the lever. It requires a great power source. I had one. Perhaps it's still with my remains. Otherwise, you must scour the island. Farewell, Godwoken.
Power source, eh? Well, my job's done, hell.
Almighty Duna, hear my prayer. Save your children.
So anyway, the Lunar Shrine. I hate these small critters at times. Just I'm gonna move when you're trying to talk to them.
The bunny gives you a dazed look, like he's not all there.
Yeah, wow, what a shock, yeah.
You alright?
Huh? What? Oh, hi. So, yeah, hey, here's the thing. Don't get too close to the sticky out thing with the shape thing near the door. Thing's dangerous. What a shock.
I see. Let's see. Where's the others, though? What does it say? It probably should say. Okay. Moon, sun, moon, 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 sun, sun. So technically I did it. I could go... Yeah, we don't have to do any more of the trials. It's done.
Looks like those black ring made a lethal...
You approach an undead, standing proud at the lip of a broken bridge. Understandably fearless of the fatal drop, she gazes into the lava sputtering below. Turning to you, she motions...
Good riddance to bad rubbish, eh? Only thing I like less than black ring are trolls. God-woken, are you?
Yeah.
I thought so. I see it on you like an aura. I see such things, for I am the Watcher. And I seek such things, for I am
You are for people?
The Meister.
She bats one skeletal hand in a truly derisive fashion. Her crackling laugh sounds like dry leaves whirling in the wind on an autumn night.
The Meister's ragtag band are but a pale imitation of the tradition they sought to revive.
Oh.
I am one of the original Seekers. We swore to be Knights of the Council, Guardians of Godwoken, and Defenders of Divinity. Together, we failed. But still, the Knight of Duna has been cursed. Void runs through his veins where source once flowed. I am sworn to protect the Council and all within it. But release the Knight's good spirit from his corrupted shell, Godwoken. Do this, and I will gift you my thanks. And the thanks of Duna's Knights, too.
I think he's in like Val. Or maybe he's over there. I was probably should go deal with this.
Not what they signed up for, I bet.
I like how you must go your party to finish fourth. Nah, we're just here.
A voice that is not your own. You are no child of Duna.
Well, fine.
Statues coming to life?
Go ahead, statues. Statue. Oh god. Statues.
With great armored fists, the Knight of Duna pounds his own helmet rhythmically. The helmet is buckled inwards in places. Rivulets of...
Come, hear my joke. What is it that I guard?
The Temple Duna.
Ah! Wrong. I guard nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing! He showed me.
He leans forward. Glimpsed beneath the crumpled helmet is a mangled face and crazed, unblinking eyes.
It's all a joke. There's nothing to guard, only lies. You'll see for yourself once you're dead.
You know, you're supposed to be the Knight of Duna, not some cackling lunatic.
The Knight of Duna's features slacken. He looks almost calm. But the moment passes, and his maniacal scowl creeps
persuasion
back.
checks that don't
No
matter.
more talking. Hear me? There's only one way this will end.
Your guard said your God woke him. Must not raise his hands against me.
The knight bows his head and exhales. When he looks up once again, there's something different in his eyes. A passing flicker of lucidity.
Godwoken, I see you now. Pray to the altars. Don't let the void consume the world. The madness will return. I won't let myself become a danger to you. Farewell.
Well, that's the thing.
The knight's spirit is altogether more composed than his late corporeal form. His helmet rests...
I had to end myself, Godwoken. Death was the only salve for the madness foisted upon me. But these fiends resurrect those they have use of. Please, consume my spirit. I don't want to come back. I don't want to be their slave.
The spirit offers us...
Thank you. Look to the altars for...
Yeah, so we haven't given them at least
Carved
mercy.
onto the face of the altar is a dedication in honor of Duna. There is no sign of life from the altar. You run your hand across the lunar rune carved into it.
No sign of life from that way. Bit sus. Oh, we forgot to take out Sandra's head, didn't we? Whoops. We could go to the Solomon and he'd be happy about that, but I forgot to take his head. Whoops. Oh well. So yeah, in my opinion, I don't like the Amari's temple. Definitely don't like the Imp temple. That was mostly fine. Though I didn't see the you know what's his face's thing though, did I? Again, I didn't really look that hard, did I? Well, I'm not sure if she's gonna survive this, but that's for next time when we go find the Shadow Prince and see if he takes over Sibyl if I'm forced into that situation. So I'm not sure. What is that? Oh, Blind Priestess is it. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.